Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Hello and welcome. How is everyone today? Hope you're doing well. Hold on one second. I need to refresh all my stuff here. My laptop, for some reason, did not update. I don't know why. Staring at the laptop, I'm like, wow, absolutely no activity today. What is this? And then I look up at my desktop, and it's like, oh, no, there was activity. It looks like your laptop's just not working. So let me try to refresh this. Okay, hopefully this now, this now has updated. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my first of two gameplay streams. Today is Saturday, June 8th, 2019. Today is actually the last day of full gameplay coverage for a few days here. As for the next couple of days, I'll be fully covering the major E3 press conferences. Alright? And obviously, as I cover those, it means that we have to take away from the main gameplay streams that I usually do. Not much can be done about that. I mean, you know, as you focus on that stuff, you know, it's fine. We're going to have 2 days where it'll be 2 conferences a day that I'll be doing big recaps and everything about. And it should be fun. It should be exciting. Hopefully we'll get some really good game announcements this year. If anything, I'm feeling this year we need to get a lot of release dates. You know what I mean? Like, we need a lot of release dates out of E3, because we've got a lot of games we've now been waiting for quite some freaking time, and you can only wait so long until you're like, man, they really got to tell us when the hell are these games coming out. It's great to hear all this information about these games or get teased about games for years, but when are these games finally coming out? So I think this year we're finally going to get a lot of release dates, which should be a good thing. So anyway, today is my final full day of gameplay before that, alright? And we got a double whammy of Japanese flavored fun for you. No, I don't mean a delicious steamy bowl of ramen or some takoyaki balls. I mean, we've got 2 Japanese style video games that I'll be playing over the course of today. Now, I fully understand that today is going to be a day that's very divisive. What I mean by that is, not divisive. Some people will absolutely love what I'm doing today, and some people will absolutely hate it, because I'm playing 2 Japanese games, and a lot of people don't like that style of game. They like more action-based. I want action-based game. I want, you know, tons of, you know, jittery content and risk of dying every 5 seconds, and, you know, that's definitely not what we're doing today. Okay, at all. What are we doing today? We're starting off today with a full stream of Final Fantasy IX. Okay, Final Fantasy IX, I played yesterday, and I absolutely love the game so far, even though the game runs kind of like crap on PS4 when it comes to the overworld in particular, and the combat, let's be honest here. I definitely like the game. It's a classic JRPG in every sense, good story so far, and really good music, of course. Nobuo Uematsu. One of the best composers there is, in my opinion, when it comes to video games, you know, doing this classic soundtrack, and I love it so far. So far, so good. So I hope you guys are enjoying this right now. I hope you guys are having fun with the playthrough, 4+ hours yesterday, okay? Today, FYI, guys, big FYI, I have to end a little early today. I have to end around 3:30 instead of 4 p.m., I have to cook dinner before Kat goes to work tonight. So, I'm ending a tiny bit early. Not super early, just about 30 minutes early. Alright? Hey, maybe we can get through pre-stream quickly and we can start early, and that'll make up for it. Alright? Okay. Then tonight, I'm doing more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. 2 more hours of Phoenix Wright. Tonight, we're in the final case of the game, Case 5, even though we haven't hit a case yet. However, at this point, they're at some kind of a spiritual retreat where the girls are trying to basically power up their spiritual powers. And we don't know too much about what's going to happen yet. Some people have been alluding to the fact that maybe some of the characters are from other cases, and maybe there's going to be a big culmination of stuff from the Phoenix Wright series in this case. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But as you know, I am trying to play more Phoenix Wright every week, 2 sessions at least, to get as much advancement as possible, because I'm trying to beat the game hopefully by the end of this month, so that way we can move on to other stuff. Considering I've been playing it since April, it would be nice to finish it up this month. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 2 more hours of Phoenix Wright tonight. Tomorrow, I start my E3 coverage. Alright? And what we're going to do is we're going to start the normal gameplay stream at the normal time. but I'm only going to be playing it for around 90 minutes to 2 hours of a chill game. We're going to be doing MLB The Show tomorrow morning, just hanging out, a couple hours until the press conference starts for Microsoft, all right? So, when the Microsoft press conference starts, I'll be hosting it right here on this channel, okay? And then I'll be doing my live recap and reaction stream immediately following when it ends. So, we'll be playing MLB till 1 p.m. Pacific time, then host the Microsoft press conference, watch it together, and then my recap reactions immediately following that. Then I'll be taking a break for dinner, but I'll be back at 5:30 p.m., where again we'll be watching the Bethesda press conference together, and then I'll be doing a live recap reaction stream immediately following that one. All right, so that's tomorrow. Then on Monday, we'll be doing another mini kind of chill stream in the morning, streaming Minecraft for about 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending, before we start up with the Ubisoft press conference. And that one also starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So we'll be watching that together, and then my live recap reactions after. Then we swap over yet again, okay, to a little bit of a break, and then I come back around 6 p.m. for the Square Enix press conference, which a lot of people are very hyped for this year. Seems like Square Enix has a lot going on this year, okay? And, and then I'll be doing my recap reactions immediately following that press conference. All right, so there will be some mini gameplay streams, but not too much gameplay for 2 days. Instead, it'll be 4 big, recap reactions streams for each of the 4 major press conferences that are happening at E3 this year. Tuesday, we're going back to normal gameplay for a day. And on Tuesday, it's going to be more Final Fantasy IX, followed by Black Ops 4 Blackout, Tuesday night, okay? Then on Wednesday, instead of a gameplay stream, I'm going to be doing a major podcast-style stream. It's going to be the best and worst of E3 2019, where I'm going to run down the things that I absolutely liked and the things that I absolutely disliked about E3, including things I didn't talk about in my 4 press conference recap and reaction videos, including EA, which literally just ended their EA press conference like 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a press conference. All it was a digital presentation, much like Nintendo does with Nintendo Direct. So I'll be reviewing that and including that. And in addition, Nintendo Direct, obviously. That's going to happen on Tuesday morning. I'll be including that. Plus, any other announcements, because Sony's not at E3 at all this year. But there are going to be games presented at E3 under Sony's umbrella. So I'll be talking about those as well. Plus, in this podcast, I'm going to go through the entirety of the gaming schedule that will now fully be updated for the next year, and I'll be going through telling you all the games that I'm interested in playing now that they'll have release dates. Okay? So, that's going to be a big, cumulative podcast. Alright? Coming up on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, one more session of Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations before I have my day off for the week, which is Thursday, to run errands and necessary offline real-life stuff that I need to do, and to spend time with my wife. So, there you go. That's the week. In a nutshell, it's going to be a very busy week. It's going to be gone in the blink of an eye. Every year, E3, the week flies by. It seriously does. And that's exactly what I'm fully expecting, is that this week is going to absolutely fly by so quickly that next thing you know, it's going to be next week. Okay? Now, the good news is, for the rest of the month, there's actually a lot of interesting stuff coming up, including the first DLC for Mortal Kombat 11 in Shang Tsung. We've got Crash Team Racing. We've got the game Judgment, the game The Sunken City, and Super Mario Maker 2. Now, I'd love to cover all those games, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford all of those games, being very honest with all of you. So we'll see, I guess, how the month goes, but those are definitely the games I'm interested in covering if I can afford all of them. All right? If anyone is interested in donating games for me to play, please, by all means, contact me at darksidefil@hotmail.com. I accept, game donations, so to make things easier, and that way I can definitely put these things on my schedule rather than saying, well, I don't know if I can play them or not, okay? Okay, so, that's the deal. That's the schedule, everybody. Hopefully you're excited for it. I am, E3 week is always a very exciting week. A lot of the times we even get, surprise game releases or surprise release dates for games we didn't even know existed, so let's see how this week goes, okay? Alright, so that being said, thanks everybody for hanging out with me, coming to my streams and spending time with me. I enjoy it. I very much do, alright? Now, normally at this time, guys, I would do a giant plug segment, all right? Instead of that, I'm going to do two things. The first thing I'm going to say is we have a sub goal for this month of 560 subscribers. If we hit that goal, I'm doing my very first ever Viewer's Choice event. During this event, everyone will be eligible to nominate and then vote on video games that I will be doing a full playthrough of. One will be a winner. There'll be one winner in this event, and it will be a full playthrough that I'll probably do over the course of the summer into the fall, all right? Previous times that I've done this kind of event, games such as Phoenix Wright, which I'm playing right now, the Persona series, Super Mario Sunshine, The Simpsons Hit and Run, Sonic 2006, among many, many others have been played. So it's been a wide variety of stuff. I'm very excited to see what the people would want to see me play. However, we need to hit the sub goal. If you subscribe to the channel, you get many benefits, including access to over 30 emotes, no advertisements when I take ad breaks, and you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been supporting. So please, check it out, all right? And please consider subbing, all right? Now, one final thing, and then we're going to move on from the plugs because I don't want to do a long plug segment, but it's very important because I need to tell you guys, right now I am in a really bad financial position, all right? Just being very honest with all of you. Things are incredibly bad for me financially because of personal issues going on behind the scenes. It has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with previous issues. It's just basically shit going on that sucks, and I don't want to bring it up because you guys don't need to know all about my personal problems, all right? That being said, all right, I have 7 days to go before I get paid by Twitch. That's the next payment I'm receiving, and I have bills that need to clear, but I overdrafted my bank account the other day. Now, you guys have been very generous the past couple of days. People have been tipping, and all of those tips have gone straight to bills, paying bills. I still have more bills coming up this week. This sucks. It's terrible. I don't like bringing this shit up, but it's just the worst financial situation I've ever been in. So if you guys really want to help me the most, and you support the content, you like the streams, you like everything, you want to help me out, please tip me. All right? Tipping me right now is the best way to support. Even though I appreciate all other methods of support, anyone who subscribes to the channel or cheers or pledges to my Patreon or checks out my Teespring store, that's all great. But right now, tipping me is the way that's going to help me directly in the next week. All right? So please consider tipping me. There's two ways you can tip me. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button, or you can type !tip into the stream chat. All right? If you tip me and you're afraid that someone's going to get your information, oh my God, someone's going to know I tipped Phil, now maybe they'll harass me online. Don't use your real name. Make up a name. You can put anonymous in there. You can do anything you want, and no one will know it's you. In addition, you don't need to have a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card, much like any other payment you send over the internet. So please consider it, guys. All right. As I've said many, many times before, contributions are not mandatory to watch my streams. I'm just happy that people come and hang out with me on a daily basis, especially a day like today when we're going to be playing Japanese-style games, and I understand that there's a niche audience for this, and some people are going to be staying away today. I get it. But at the same time, for those who are here, I appreciate just hanging out. You know, it's fun. But I rely on contributions to keep things going, and right now I'm in a real bad bind for a week. So if you guys could tip me, it would be very much appreciated. All right? Okay. Moving on. Let's do some shout-outs for those who have contributed. All right? Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and do some shout-outs for those who contributed overnight. So we start off with Amazing GT23, who subscribed to the channel overnight. Thank you very much. We also have Rubador, who subscribed overnight. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. What's weird about this is I'm almost positive Amazing GT has subscribed before, and Twitch is supposed to be doing a running cumulative check, and it didn't say that. It just says it acted like it's the first time he subbed. I'm almost positive that's a resub. So that's kind of weird that it doesn't say, oh, resubbed, and this is his 5th month or whatever. That's kind of weird. I don't know. All right, anyway. So now, moving on to those who have contributed today. First, we've got Piggy Smalls, who says, celebrate out 100, look another one fall out. What? Does anyone understand this? Celebrate out 100, look another one fall out. I have no idea. Alright, anyway. First cheer of the day. No idea what that means, but thank you for the cheer regardless. Redheaded Punk 13 cheers. A shout out to my boy Squee. I don't even know how to say this name. Me and him play Team Fortress 2 all the time. Alright, there you go. Then he cheered again. He said, I had this nightmare. A girl was hanging from my ceiling playing a music box. What the fuck is going on? What is this about? What? And then another cheer from Redheaded Punk. Have a good time and have a good game. Cries. What? Okay, thank you. I mean, thanks for the message of a good game, but what the fuck were you talking about before that? What in the holy hell is going on? I don't know what's happening. Are these memes? I guess Anyway, Piggy Smalls cheered again and said, some of my favorite videos of yours are fan appreciation multiplayer sessions. I noticed you haven't done one in a very long time. Why'd you stop? If it was trolling, their whole purpose of doing it was to make you stop. Multiple reasons. Number one, because there's just not very good many multiplayer games out there. Being honest, there's just not. Most of the time when I try it, it ends up not being very fun. Like, I'll give you an example. Smash Brothers. I did do, with Smash Brothers Ultimate, a session where viewers could join me. It wasn't called fan appreciation. It was just called, like an open lobby. And the connections were god-awful, and it ended up being probably one of the worst sessions I've ever done because it was just unplayable. It was like lag and slow-mo and just not very fun. Recently, I did Mortal Kombat 11. And I guess you could say that was hit or miss. Some of it was decent, and some of it was quite laggy. It wasn't a bad session. If anything, I learned a lot about the game with Aaron Black because he's such a fucking cheap-ass character, which I hadn't known until then. But it's not that I don't do them at all. It's just that I really don't have a lot of multiplayer games that I play these days when you really think about it. Like Black Ops 4, the multiplayer stinks. I hate it. So I'm not going to do a lobby of a game I hate. You know what I mean? Like, I played it a few times online for sessions or whatever, but I really hate the multiplayer of that fucking game. I think it sucks ass. So I'm not going to do a fan lobby of a game that I fucking detest. You know what I mean? So I think this is actually a misconception. And the thing is, I don't call it fan appreciation anymore. But I do absolutely do fan lobbies. I just did Mortal Kombat and Smash Brothers. When there is a game with multiplayer that I enjoy, I usually will do some kind of a fan lobby session. But I know, see, here's the difference. Back in the day, we're talking the days of Street Fighter 4 and also constant other fighting games, like there was a bunch of Tekken and stuff like that. And then every year you had Call of Duty, and you had Battlefield, and you had Assassin's Creed. Remember when Assassin's Creed had multiplayer, right? So you're talking, there were years when, there was 7, 8 games that had significant multiplayer, and I was able to do, like, special sessions called Fan Appreciation, where I would just sit here for, a week. I remember at one point at the end of the year, there was not much going on new releases, so for a week, I played with the viewers and just did multiplayer with viewers. I remember that. And, that was fun. But sadly, that was in the past. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. I can't really say much more. Like, eventually, will I do more multiplayer with fans? Possibly. Yeah. I mean, it has, in reality, did I cut back on multiplayer sessions because of trolls? I mean, was it a factor? Yes, it was. It was a factor because at one point, I remember the end of, this was years ago. When I remember Metal Gear Solid 5. So that was 2015, 2016? I can't remember the year. I think it was 2015. The end of that year, I did a traditional, like, fan appreciation year-end session. And I remember Metal Gear Solid 5 and, like, 2 other games. It was just 100% trolling. It was just assholes joining, not playing. Instead, they were running in circles and fucking around and saying disgusting shit on mic. And basically, for the real fans who were there to play, they were just angered. They were like, this is a waste of everyone's time because these assholes just want to ruin it. So it kind of sucks because when you're in a team-based game like that, Basically does ruin it if you get the fucking trolling, for sure. But that's not necessarily why I stopped doing them. It's mostly because, in reality, you know, there was a time when there were so many fun multiplayer games coming out at once, and now there's just not that many. Most of the games that come out, like I said, Black Ops 4, that would have been a prime candidate, but I hate the fucking game. You know, they have to actually make good multiplayer games for me to want to play that game with fans. You see what I mean? And they haven't done that in a long time. And then when you get one like Smash Brothers Ultimate, the connections are shit. So, okay. Eternal Napalm did 100-bit cheer. That gets him up as the top cheer of the day. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. What's going on, Eternal? Let's see what he has to say for today. He says, the From Software and George R.R. Martin collaboration is confirmed. An image of the game's art leaked and is confirmed to be called Elden Ring. The biggest From Software game ever, supposedly. And by the way, Piggy Small's cheer is a detractor meme, and his name is a detractor meme. Great. Well, you know, I don't know that. Maybe that maybe, like I said, that probably makes sense of some of the nonsensical shit that these people are saying in their cheers. They're just saying stupid shit that doesn't make any sense to anyone except those who have so few brain cells in their fucking head that they actually think that that stuff's funny. Like, my God, you've got to be a fucking complete mouth-drooling idiot. But anyway, so, Elden Ring, huh? Elden Ring. Interesting. So, if George R.R. Martin is involved, what it basically means is that the first, you know, 2/3 of the game will be absolutely outstanding, groundbreaking, amazing, riveting, make you, you know, oh my God, one of the best games ever. Then all of a sudden it'll become incredibly convoluted with way too much going on at once. Then it'll be disjointed and jumbled and make absolutely no sense, and then it'll never have an ending. Oh wait, that's something else that George R.R. Martin is involved in. I'm sorry, I got confused. Hopefully it's good. I mean, From Software knows their shit. I just hope that this is a game that isn't a one-trick pony like Sekiro. I mean that. Like, I really hope that whatever this game is, that it ends up being like a game that you can play multiple ways. Because one of the best things about From Software games is being able to go back through the game 2-3 times, re-exploring the universe, trying out different builds and stuff. And Sekiro didn't have that. You know, for me, Sekiro was actually kind of disappointing. Not because it was a bad game, but because it was a different game that really, once you mastered the parrying, you've seen the whole game. And that's kind of shitty, in my opinion. Like, it could have been a lot better. So, hopefully, it ends up being a game more like Dark Souls than Sekiro. I would be very disappointed if it's another one-trick pony. I guess we'll see. Hollywolf Joey cheered, and he said, what are your thoughts about Darksiders Genesis? It's going to be a Darksiders spin-off title. It'll focus on the fourth horseman Strife, but instead of hack and slash, it'll be a looter like Diablo, which makes sense because Strife is the only non-melee horseman in the series. Hopefully the game sells well. We could get Darksiders 4. I would say it's an interesting premise. I don't know why they're doing it. Like, for me, you know, am I interested in it? Yes. But sadly, that's like a game that I know is more for, it's fun to play, but not to watch. I don't want to watch someone play Diablo. I'd be fucking bored to tears. It's a looter shooter. All you fucking do is click, 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 fight, 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 grab loot. And I know I played Diablo 3 when it was a new release, and this was back when I had white hot popularity on YouTube. I was known as one of the biggest gaming YouTubers, and I played Diablo 3, and no one gave two shits. People were constantly complaining this game is fucking boring. Play something else. This is stupid. And you know, admittedly, Diablo 3 wasn't a great game. I thought Diablo 1 and 2 were much better than Diablo 3. But I kind of get that. So, for me, okay, for me, all I can say is, am I interested in it? Yeah, I've played every Darksiders game up to now. I'll say Darksiders 3 was kind of a disappointment. I think they went in the wrong direction with the franchise, although there were some high points of that game. If this is kind of not Darksiders 4, but a way to make a game with Strife, who has guns, have his own game, right? Which makes sense. I get it. I don't know how it's going to sell, quite frankly. I guess we'll see. I'm interested in it, but I would be worried that if I tried to play it, you guys would be bored and wouldn't like it. I'm not saying that means it's a bad game. I'm saying from my perspective, I don't know if this is anything too interesting. You know what I mean? So anyway, we'll see, I guess. I'm sure we're going to get more information over E3 and everything about this stuff. All right, the Slow Motion Pimp Slap has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Slow Motion Pimp Slap, for the sub. I appreciate that. We're up to 516 subs. That's great. We went up a few today. Thank you guys again. We're trying to hit 560 for the sub goal. And you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do 550 for this month. That makes more sense. I did 560 because we were like super close. And now we lost a few subs. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just do 550. That makes more sense. It's a more rounded number. Let's make it a little bit more attainable. So I just updated it to be 550. Okay? Okay, so Orcs or Dorks just did a 200-bit cheer and said, to do the latest event here on Twitch called Mega Cheer, you need to cheer at least 200, 500, 1,000, or 5,000 bits, and you give gifts to people in the chat. Yes, this is correct. This is going on, I believe, for the entire month of June. If you do larger cheers, you actually give out emotes to people in chat. I think Golden Colts had said he had received one of those emotes. I have no idea what the emotes are. I don't think anyone's been really using them. So I'm not sure what to say. You know, if I knew what they were, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's this great emote, but I don't know what they are. Okay. Oh, that Anonymous got one. It's like, oh, I see. So it's all rainbow colored emotes for the LGBT Pride Month. That's what it is. Okay. Fair enough. Arcs are Dork 7. Let's get him up there. He's the top cheerer today. 200 bits. What the hell would the 2 go? I said he's the top cheerer of today. 200 bits. There we go. Alright. Yes, so if you do a 200-bit cheer, a 500-bit cheer, 1,000-bit cheer, or a 5,000-bit cheer, apparently you give out gift emotes to people in the chat randomly. Okay? Okay. Thank you very much. The last Rambo did a 50-bit cheers. Says, why not do a stream bit goal? It gives an incentive. To my knowledge, now I could be wrong. To my knowledge, you cannot do that. You can't do like a bits drive or anything like that. That might be against Twitch's terms of service. I'm not 100% on that, but I could have sworn that I read somewhere that you can't do like a bit goal. I could be wrong, but I swear I read that in the terms of service at one point. But regardless, Last Rambo, for me, like I've told you guys, if you really want to help me, you got to tip me right now. Tipping is the way to go. Because tips I get right away, and I can put those towards bills for the next week until I get paid by Twitch. I'm really screwed. I'm not exaggerating here. I know for a fact I've got 3 to 4 major bills coming up in the next week that I don't have money to pay. This fucking sucks. Alright? So, please consider tipping me. If at all you can help me in any way and you can control what method you contribute, please tip me today, okay? Again, below the stream there's a tips jar button. There's also a command exclamation point tip. Right now we've got none, so please consider it, alright? I've really, you know, you guys been helping me out this week, and I still need it for another friggin' week, alright? Okay, excuse me. Excuse me. Alright? Okay, so, really quick, and then we're going to get started, okay? I want to give credit to the top cheers of the week, and then we're going to get started with gameplay, okay? So top cheers of the week, 10th place, Timbo Slice. 9th place, Mr. Papavera. A triple tie for 6th between Bill Nye, the Chili Guy, Vote Communist, and Gunjack. 5th place, Almighty Turban. 4th place, K. Diaz. 3rd place, Vote Democrat. 2nd place, Big Boy Abides. And in 1st place with a really large cheer earlier this week, Nihilistic Goldfish. Okay. Sound good? Alright. Alrighty then. Alright, guys. It's time to end the pre-stream. It is time to begin with Final Fantasy IX. Let's resume where we left off yesterday, which was a really good session, and then Vivi got kidnapped. And I'm like, what the hell? And that's where we're picking up, you know, today. Fair enough. Now, one reminder again, I have to end early today. I have to end around 3:30. So, I will still try to get as much gameplay in as possible, if not 4 hours. It's probably going to be a little bit under 4 hours because I have to end a little early, but we'll still have a really fun gameplay session here. Okay, guys? All right, let's end the pre-stream. Let's get started. Final Fantasy now.